why do we have the limit of 1 over x to be undefined as x approaches 0? Now let us critically analyze the limit of a function at a particular point. Now we see that the limit of this function exists if and only if the left-hand limit is equal to the right-hand limit. That means that limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0 exists if and only if the left-hand limit, which we have as limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0 from the left, is equal to limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0 from the right. All right, so now let's look at this numerically before we can actually judge. Now, if you look at this Euclidean plane here, we have values from 0 to infinity and 0 to minus infinity. Right, so now let's look at the left-hand limit. Take, for instance, at this point now, let's look at what the value of the function is at minus 5. So I have it to be 1 over minus 5 now, giving us about minus 0.2. Let's look at 4. We have 1 over minus 4 to be minus 0.25. And at, let's say, 3, we'll have it to be minus 0.3 by approximation. So I have minus 1 over minus 3 to be minus 0.3 and so on. So you can notice that the function becomes smaller because these are negative numbers. The function becomes very small as you progress. Take, for instance, if I do 1 over minus 2 now, I'm going to have minus 0.5. So the function becomes smaller because 0.5 minus 0.5 is smaller than minus 0.2. So the function becomes smaller. That means that as the function moves this way, it goes down to negative infinity because it can't actually get to 0. At 0, the function becomes undefined. So it goes down to negative infinity. So the value of the function at this level, which is the left-hand side, is negative infinity. So here is negative infinity. Now let us look at the values at the right-hand side as x approaches 0 from the right-hand side. Let's start with 4. If I have 1 over 4, which is going to give me 0.25, and I have 1 over 3, 1 over 3 gives me approximately 0.33 and all the rest, so approximately that. Now 1 over 2 becomes, as we know, 0.5. 1 over 1, let's say 1 over 1 is 1. Now you can see that the function gets bigger as you approach 0 from this angle. So that means that as the function is approaching 0, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but it cannot actually have a value at 0 because at 0 the function is undefined. That means that this function heads to positive infinity from the right hand side and the function heads to negative infinity from the left hand. So here is positive infinity while the left hand is positive infinity. So we can see that the left hand limit is not equal to the right hand limit. So that's why we see that this function is undefined.